some real hoopers. Yeah, I'm a real hooper. We some real hoopers.
Definitely, hey, we want to welcome, Shaheed. I really welcome you to something from me that's going to be something I'm really going to get myself involved with the podcast game. This is Real Hooper with your boy D Brown. My first episode, the beginning. Long time coming. Been doing this for 2 years now, just sitting around plotting on how I want my show to be, what I want to talk about. Again, got the book right here, fully loaded for you guys to see. All podcasts, and I'm gonna keep it authentic, keep it 100. I definitely want to do this with you, Shaheed, because you've been there with me since the beginning, as far as with my hoop life. Like where I come from, it was all about being a real street dude. You know what I mean? For me, it was more about being a real hooper and the guy that locked in and knew what he wanted to do. And by the time I, was 13, 14 years old, you pulled up on me, and that's when the story for me begun of where I wanted to go.
Most definitely.
And so for me, what a real hooper is the competitor. A dude could pull up and give you 20 to 40 any given day. Someone who takes it very serious. Someone disliked to compete against. Someone who sacrifice and give their all to the game. Like for me, I gave my all to the game. I've recruited the right dudes. I wanted to play with the right teams. I wanted to work as hard as I could. I wanted to be the best. You know what I mean? Especially them calling me that little dude from out west. So for you, my first thing for you is what did you see from me? Like coming from, I'm a Chicago kid. Nobody knew I grew up North Avenue and Central, Austin neighborhood. Proviso East wasn't in my plans. I didn't know nothing about Proviso East. Definitely wanted to play at the next level. But you came in my life, man. And so what did you see in young D Brown, coming from out West Chicago?
It was so crazy around that time when you were at Bethel,
Yeah,
7th, 8th grade. The biggest thing was there was another guard that came before you, Amari Sawyer.
Yeah, he's really good.
And Amari was good.
No, he's really good.
At the time when you were looking for that point guard that had that type of skill, but was coachable. And I think the first time I saw you play, it was like you came to Bethel, y'all were ranked number 1 in the nation. It was
Easy.
crazy.
Nobody believed we went 80-0.
It was crazy.
We went 80-0. And by the way, Amari Sawyer is one of the guys. By the way, he is unbelievable. He's on commercials. Yeah, Puma commercials.
Yes.
He put us on Puma commercials. All that what he just said was cool. I get what he's saying, but Amari Sawyer was God to me. I used to sleep on his floor. But go ahead, that's cool. I used to sleep on that man's floor.
But I remember coming to see, I'm trying to remember all the players. Arthur Talley was there, of course.
Terrence Crump, Marcus White,
Lonzo.
Yeah. We
and
loaded.
so, yeah, I forgot all about Marcus White, yeah.
Pretty
and
loaded.
seeing everybody, but when you watched that team play, you knew who the head of the snake was. That was you.
No, we was
You
loaded
made
too.
that loaded team,
Yeah.
but you were the head of the snake. You made that team go. And it was so crazy. I remember watching that team, like I say, they followed your lead, the pace you played at, everything. It was like, yeah, we got to get him. That's
Five D1 guys too. We went 80-0 in 8th grade, won the state championship. Nobody know that. I'm gonna have all those guys. Hopefully, they come out and bless my podcast. But I actually lost it in my 7th grade and transferred over to Bethel Christian because I wanted to win one. So all that LeBron and Durant, everybody switching teams, want to form super teams. I wanted to form a super team. When I went on that super team, I wanted to be one of those guys. When they be talking I'd be like, I transferred to Bethel Christian because I wanted to be Amari Sawyer. I transferred because that year before they beat me in the Final Four, and I wanted to win the state championship. And we all went there. Marcus went to Purdue. Lonzo went to Big Zoe went to DePaul. T. Crump went to Purdue. And then Art Talley went UMass, Lowell. All of us went Division I. So that team was fully loaded.
Yes. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. But I think early impressions, it was see this kid, he got that speed, you had that swagger about you, you had that intelligence. One of the things I tell people all the time when you come up is, yes, did you have if you look up a Chicago basketball player in the dictionary, that no fear, that grind, that cutthroat, put your foot on his throat and he will push down. It was you.
And I ended up going to Proviso East 10 miles, which is 10 miles from where I grew up at, by the way. I should have went to Prosser, should have went to Westinghouse, I should have went to Lane Tech.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm just trying to give you an example. These are schools that was after me. And I could take one bus or two buses to get there.
Right.
I'd never been to Maywood.
Right.
I didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it in the buck. Never know where Maywood was. So when they say I'm from Maywood, I'll be like, yeah. When I even got to college, they asked me, you remember this? They was like, do you want to keep on your name tag Chicago or Maywood? What my name tag say?
Maywood.
You know, so it's 100 where, you know, so you had a lot to do with that. So you telling that story, you sitting there saying that, like, means a lot to me, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even shout out that way. And shout out to Stephen Hunter too. You know, you sold us on having, we had 2-3 NBA players that was on our roster.
Yes.
So we
but even then, it was so crazy because the first time you played with us, you were still in 8th grade. We used to be at this, every spring we would do this, trying to think what was it called? I think it was Villa Park kind of spring league. And what happened was we had a lot of our players, our normal players, they were playing AAU.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
So we were shorthanded. And so you happened to be there. We was like, do you want to run with us? And I'm telling you, it was like we put you that 8th grade, and not only did those varsity players respect you already, the players we were playing against had seen speed like that. It was like from get-go, it was like, this is a different level right here. Andrew Johnson was the head coach.
Shout out AJ, man.
Yeah,
shout out AJ, man.
Big
I ain't gonna
time.
lie to you.
Big time. He
showed me love. I ain't gonna lie. He coached me harder than everybody on the team.
Yes.
Everybody could tell you that. That's why I say if you can't coach your best player, he bogus. He not your best player.
Yeah. Well, he did that because it was a situation being where we knew from that day we saw you play with us, he started on varsity. And see, people don't understand how significant that is.
First time in his program history,
Proviso
never started a freshman.
We've got a long list. There was an article about all the players we've had to come through that were NBA players.
Nice. We ninth in the country, by the way, Proviso East and NBA pros.
Yes, sir.
And we not a prep school.
Yes, sir.
And if you ride by high school, you probably won't even think that.
Yes, sir. I mean, you're talking about Doc Rivers, Jim Brewer, Steve Hunter, Michael Finley, Donnie Boyce, Sherrell Ford. I mean,
Jacob Pullen, Sterling Brown. We can even go back because people got to do they
Javon Carter,
they real history, man.
With Chicago.
They real history.
Yes,
you know?
we got a long list, but in all that history, there's only been one player that, as a freshman, started on varsity. And that was you.
And they made and that started the hatred right there of doing.
And that was the thing. And with AJ, he understood. Mm-hmm. We talked about it that day we saw you play with us. We said, yeah, he gonna start.
But I wasn't coming to Proviso East to play sophomores. I was gonna go to West Town.
Yes,
I could have went somewhere where they win city titles every year. Why would I want to go out here and play with? This gonna be easy money,
right?
You know what I mean? So like for me, I used to talk like that at 13, 14. Like when it come to the shit talking, dudes didn't like me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because I talked so greasy to you because I knew I had big brothers.
It was,
you know what I'm saying? I knew I had people. It was dangerous.
It was even some upperclassmen who, when you came aboard, weren't happy.
Didn't like it
because we had a talented team.
Yeah, I ain't gonna name no names, but they didn't like it.
I'm not gonna name no names either.
They didn't like me being on varsity, big dog.
But that's why AJ was like, okay, I got to be hard on him, so that they understand. Hey, he's coming in, but he's working for it. We didn't give him.
But fast forward to that, that's only how I made the NBA. Like they told me when I got to the NBA, I had to pick up full court, play 94 feet, and take care of the ball. As a freshman, I had to come in, I had to pick up 94 feet, and I can't turn the ball over. Right. And you know me, I used to watch and ones. I used to come to the gym and do all the and one moves. Right. I was trying to, I was in my bag. Right. And they used to be like, "What's Shorty out here doing?" And then I made people in Maywood respect me because I was a real hooper. I wasn't gang banging. I wasn't doing no goofy shit. I was doing what I told you I was going to do to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, one of the things that when I talk about you is how yes, you have that in your game, that flash in your game, but you were so fundamentally sound.
They don't even teach that no more either. Don't miss layups. You know what I'm saying?
It was like
don't turn the ball over.
Especially in the league we played in.
Yeah, it was a good league.
Good league. But, it's a league where, you got to be fundamental. They going to run flex, and they going to back screen you, and they going to be doing all kinds of curls. And if you're not fundamentally sound.
That's why I play football. That's why I went to the football field. So, shout out to the Galewood Dolphins. Man, I got to talk about the Dolphins. My mama couldn't afford for me to play, football, baseball, from 4th grade on to 8th grade. All those coaches that was getting after me, they had to pay to come see me. They had to come pick me up. They had to. We ain't had no money, bro. I wasn't taking no bus. Where I grew up, we couldn't just stand on the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't just walk through neighborhoods and get to spots. So like I couldn't afford to do a lot of that stuff. So when I got to East and they said I could play football, you remember me playing football?
Yeah.
That's when my football career began. I never played football.
Yes.
And I started getting
scared to death.
I was getting recruited more for football than I was basketball.
Yes.
And I got that footage too. You know, most people like you won there. I was top 75 player in the country. If you look at my numbers, you look at my offers.
Yeah.
I just would tell people that I started playing that because I felt like I was playing with not grown men, but like Steve Hunter was 7 feet. You know, Perry Smith 6'5", 2. You know what I mean? I'm this little dude. Like, oh no, I need to go out here and put these pads on and get pushed around a little bit because I ain't never got that before.
Right.
So that helped me out a lot too going into my freshman year playing varsity because everybody think it's easy to do. Dudes they had some killers.
Yeah, I can remember to this day when AJ was like, he want to play football.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like,
Yeah.
because we were just like, please don't get hurt.
No, every time I saw you used to say that goofy shit to me, bro. Don't get hurt. Like,
but
how can I just say, hey, bro, don't tackle me today?
But you know what? When you look at your talent, we was like, yeah, we gotta let him play.
No, I used to come to the game. I used to do dance moves, everything. Like,
Yeah.
I got, I got all that though. Like,
Right.
and then the basketball. I want me to run cross country. The basketball guys used to be mad at me because on Fridays, you wear the jersey to school and you know what I'm saying. Like, you the man. Like, you're on the football team. Like, they used to be feeling some type of way because they run the cross country. We Friday Night Lightning. We play Oak Brook. I mean, we play Oak Park with the lights on. Like, you mad.
Right.
But
So, yeah,
it taught me a lot about leading. I had to lead different. Like when I played football, Shaheed, like my linemen, my receivers, my linebackers, they all in different gangs, bro. We in the locker room. We gotta come together and try to beat the Downers Grove South. We got 2 Iowa commits. Y'all ain't talking about y'all want to fight each other and shit.
Right.
So you got to really lead in a different way. And then nobody liked me either because I didn't throw the ball that much. You know what I mean? I used to be on the scramble. I thought I was Mike Vick. You thought I was Iverson. You know what I'm saying? I used to run that thing.
Yes.
And in the game, I got 5 touchdowns. They mad because I ain't throw the ball to dude. So now I got to football was a different type of thing for me.
But you could throw the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Had an arm.
Absolutely. But no. I wasn't throwing that thing. All I heard in my mind was, don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. Don't. Every time I ran the ball, don't get hurt.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds, D.
You're not hitting me. So football taught me a lot about leadership, though.
Yeah.
Leading all them dudes in the locker room. I got the basketball. It was easy money when I got to y'all. I was in shape. I was physical. And I was thirsty. I got tired. Football and basketball, two different sports, man. Like put too much strain on your body. You know what I mean? It made me start lifting a little bit too. Right. You know I hated weights, man. I want to lift no weights, man. Like weights. That's why I tell our guys now, looking back, if I was to start doing that earlier, I'd start doing other things for my body. Well, I don't know what would have happened. I'm just saying.
Tried to tell you that.
Try to tell me that.
Tried to tell you.
Hard-headed. Everybody think they too nice to be told something at times. When you going out there scoring 30 and I ain't lifting nothing.
Right.
Time I got to school, though, I told y'all, my freshman year put me over the top, man. Real talk. And you knew coming in, it was some really good guards. We had some really good guards, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
we had some really good guards.
We were bringing back that year, which is why we thought you were the final piece. We were state contenders.
Easy.
I mean, you're talking about Steve Hunter, 7-footer.
Them the lottery
7
pick.
feet.
Yeah,
NBA lottery pick. Orlando Magic. I mean, you had Perry Smith. He was the D1 player.
Yep.
Eric Tolar. All these different players.
Monster. You don't say Poe. I like Polk Thornton, too.
Oh, Polk.
I like Polk.
Yes,
he's a killer.
Polk.
I talked to him, too. Shout out Polk, man. Because when I got there, Polk didn't like me at first. And I told him, in guards we trust, bro, I play with monsters, boy.
Right.
You know that. I used to talk to him like that. When people look at my rosters, you don't win unless you're loaded. I hate when people be like, do it by yourself.
Right.
Y'all crazy? All these trophies I got, or all this shit I got in front of me right now, it comes from like me having killers.
I think when it came to
killers,
Polk, he didn't realize that y'all could play in the backcourt together.
Well, he was getting Rona Vice. He played with the wrong
people. But I think
what
it did was it kind of started you on the pathway of always sharing it with another talented guard. I mean, you had Charles Richardson.
But when I got in 8th grade, I had Terrence Crump. Even for my 7th grade, I had a dude named Carl Marshall. Y'all better look at these little dudes. I had the Bailey brothers. All these cold guards. I used to sleep on their floor, go to their crib, train with them, work out with them. Like I played with killers. Right. I don't want to play with nobody who don't play no basketball. Right. Because when I'm trying to go, everybody gonna be nice.
Right. And once he realized that it was
way better. Way better.
Yeah.
It was never on my part though.
No.
Never on my part. I was like, damn, my buddy don't like me.
Right.
He want to be like me. But
that was the thing. Like,
why
you were,
like me?
As far as with your teammates, you were cool with everybody.
Everybody.
But
Maywood again. When you make a transition to go somewhere though,
and that's the thing. You got to understand with Proviso East, our feeder school system is what was District 89.
Yep, makes sense.
So you had like Garfield and Washington and all these different schools. So those kids that came from that school, they held them into a different light because it's like, oh, that's homegrown. It's homegrown.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then here you came, and it was like, he's from Chicago. Y'all gonna pump him up like that? He's from Chicago, and it's like y'all don't understand how good this kid is.
Yeah, no, again, and when I got there and you started naming these guys, it got even uglier when Pope left because Charles Richardson went to Nebraska.
Yes.
I thought LeBron was one. He was 1B. You know what I'm saying? I used to pump Shannon up like that too. They know that. Like he was different. Yeah, like I probably didn't beat Shannon in the 1-on-1 until, you know. I probably, you know what I mean? I count on I probably beat him twice. You know what I mean? Dude was that nice to me. And then my big boy went to Illinois State.
Yeah.
All these dudes that I played with, we loaded up on purpose. Yeah. Because I felt like when I had to go to East, I had to, you know, they disowned me kind of in the city, like, are you going out to play in the suburbs? When they don't understand, Maywood for me is the city. For me. To everybody else, you know what I mean? The toughness,
it's the suburbs, but it's like.
And every time we played the city school, true or false, besides Manly beat us at the Christmas tournament.
Right.
What would I average on city schools?
You at least 20 plus.
30. If I ain't had 30, my mom and brother and them be like, I'm getting 30.
Here's the thing.
And I'm gonna shoot to get 32.
I used to always love playing as a team. We love playing city schools. Because city schools don't want to do nothing but this.
Yeah, they don't play.
They want to do this. You know, they're not really playing the offense. You know, you really got to scout them as far as like, oh, they're going to run this offense.
Agreed.
They're not.
Nobody want to talk about that though either because we play them suburban schools. Like when we used to play St. Joe's, they'll run motion until they get the best shot available. I'm like,
yes. And they going to run a zone.
And they going to beat you. I'm like 1-3 versus them. You know, I don't like St. Joe. I'm happy they closed. Y'all got great tradition. That was my right. They'll run so much offense on you.
Yes.
And they'll take good quality shots. You play a city school like, damn, they take some badass shots.
Right.
It's going to be easy money. Do they not know Shannon take off from the free throw line?
Right.
St. Joe's, I ain't gonna name these. I don't want to give too much flowers to them because I like these, like West Suburban Gold for me was like, it wasn't sweet like everybody said it is because people ran some good stuff. They was coached really well. The kids, they gonna give you their best shot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like every game we showed up, we had to bring it. We couldn't have no nights
I think
off.
One year we lost to Willowbrook. They closed the school the next day. They closed the school
I was
the
hurt,
next day.
bro. I lost to Willowbrook.
They closed the school the next day.
That's why I be saying that. That's the type of shit I used to talk. Like, we lost to Willowbrook, bro?
Because for them, regardless of whatever team they're playing with the name across the chest.
I ain't gonna lie to you, they was.
So they're like, oh, we beat Doc Rivers. Yeah. We beat Michael Finley.
Yeah, we beat
They
DB.
don't care who they beat. They actually, in them uniform, that's who they think they beat.
Yeah.
When you're playing against that. And you that's the thing. That's the tradition of being at Proviso Louise. That pride of what that pirate across your chest.
We used to come deep too. We come 70 deep.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere we went, 70. And we went to United and we became 5,000. I was like, man, bro, like I ain't know they love basketball out there. And that's what made me love and keep that tag of Maywood because even when people say where you grew up at, when we ride by, everybody know where Pumpkin's at. Everybody knew I lived on 5th and Quincy. Feel me? Where it was bang,
right
bang, right around the corner from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to be scared to even walk on your block because you go from GD land to BD land over there. And it's 2 blocks. It's just 2 blocks. You lived on 7. You remember I used to have to, man, I just kept the basketball in my hand, kept my head down, man. And it's a running joke too. I was the book bag headphone guy. I ain't want to talk to you. I want to let you know I'm about school and I'm about hoop. Because if not, they're going to get down on you.
Right.
But man, I tell people they get down on you. They chase your ass home.
That ain't nothing but D. Okay, that's D.
He cool. Let Shorty go. They gave me the pass off back, and I appreciated that because they could have punched my head in because I was doing some dumb, fake game banging shit too back in the day where you got to start playing like that.
Right.
And that's why that real hooper shit came in. And I go to gym class, I go to lunch period. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes couldn't sit at my lunch table because it was no gang banging allowed. It was no foo-foo shit. It was all, let's talk hooping. Let's talk these little girls we got. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking no what we doing after this and sliding on nobody. And because that's been going on for a long time. Everybody act like it wasn't. It wasn't. Like Maywood is, extension of the city. And it was pretty bad out there. So when we came to the gym, it was our happy place. And, East got like 3 gyms.
Yeah.
Sometimes we couldn't get none of them.
None of them.
Like,
depending on the practice schedule and a game.
Can't get in none of them.
Or wrestling tournament going on.
So now I got to go hoop outside. I got to go to Broadview. And when I showed up to those runs, I hope y'all listening to this, it was a lot of killers from other schools out there. Yeah. And we had these runs, and I'd be like, "Ooh, I like this. This cool. We can walk over here and get it outside for the free ski. Because if not, you got to go pay $10-$20 to get into the Old Brook, to go pay into these other gyms. I'm like, you have to pay to go hoop.
Yes.
In Chicago, you can't hoop outside in the cold. Shit, we used to shovel the snow. You know, ask SB, put the gloves on. Let's get it cracking. You know, all jump shots. You know what I mean? We get no moves off. It was ice out. Like it was like that where we couldn't get into gyms. Now these kids now can get into gyms.
All of them.
They got access to gyms.
Yes.
Oh man, that is beautiful. They should be doing their thing, man. So
Different era.
But it's good to talk to Shahid because you was part of my recruitment process too. So I tell people, Illinois, Michigan State, Iowa State. Yeah. DePaul was kind of slid in there because they had Steve Hunter, Bobby Simmons, Quentin Richardson, Mari Sawyer. What's my big boy now play with me? I'm sorry. Lance Williams, Lil Bardo. I used to be up there with Steve like, I want to beat these dudes. Yeah. And then Illinois came in the picture. And again, nowadays you'll be called a handler or whatever they calling guys who help them in their movements. But for me, you had me, Steve Hunter, Shannon Brown. You was the guy that was really working our recruitment. And I don't want to sit here and, I could tell them the details of how I know how I got recruited, how from my sophomore year on, you know what I'm saying? It was probably me and Sean Dockery. Like I was the best thing in the state. Right. And the people we had coming through Proviso East used to stun me. He used to stun my mom when dudes pull up on 5th and Quincy and Tahoes and hop out and do in-house visits. What was my recruitment like for you? Like,
it was so crazy. I remember the day, I think the Michael Finley, because he has a summer tournament camp every year. And we were back in the coach's office. Bill Self was there. Bill Self asked you, D, I can get this one guard this year, or I can wait 2 years to get the one I really want. What should I do? And you like, I think you should wait. And he was talking about Sean Dockery.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, he was talking about Sean Dockery. And he was like, even though Sean was going to Duke, he recruited Dockery, but he really wanted you.
Yeah, I like Doc. Doc was really good.
He really wanted you. And so, when it came to, like, for the most part, knowing the Illinois staff because they're, in state.
Yeah.
And then Coach McClain that was there, knew him because we played against Peoria Manual.
One of the better coaches in life.
Yes. Yes. So we knew.
We're going to talk about you too, Coach McClain. Rest in peace. That was like my dad, man. Like,
yeah. Coach McClain was there. Then you had Coach Roberts, Norm Roberts.
Yeah. They had a great coach. They had a really good coach.
Coolest coach I've ever met in my life. He was just
New York cat.
Yes.
New York dude.
Yes, and Billy Gillespie.
Billy.
Shout out to Billy Gillespie.
We had a lot of good coaches over there. Huh?
Yes. And so, just always having them around, I think was the biggest thing. They wanted to make sure they're present. Anytime you played, they wanted to make sure their presence was there. Somebody was there from Illinois to say, hey, we're here. We're here. Just felt comfortable with them.
We drove down there too. Remember we drove down and your car broke down?
Yes, it did.
Man. It was so crazy. Call Coach Silk, hey, give him a new car. Them one of the days. We one of the days. But
no. But
who's driving there for? Unofficial or football game?
It was just unofficial. We just going down there. He was doing a camp.
Did I commit? I committed already?
No. You didn't commit until
the movie Bible. I know the movie Bible. Okay.
Movie Bible.
So I lied one time to someone just recently and said I'd never seen Champagne. So I seen Champagne.
Yeah. You went down there. We
smelled like boo boo as soon as I got there.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of turned me off at first too.
It changed.
It kind of turned me off at first.
When I was in high school and I was at Proviso East and I was there when the Three Amigos was there and all those teams. When you go down to Champagne at the time, it was nothing but the Boondocks.
Nothing. It was.
There's nothing here but cornfield.
Yeah, I liked it though. I ain't gonna lie. The second time I went, the first time though, I can admit, you remember I ain't like it. I was like, what we?
But it's a college town. It's so cool because the whole town shuts down to go to the game.
And they love
everything's
hooping.
Closed.
They love hooping too.
Yes, love hooping. Love it. And then they are some of the most fanatic fans you're gonna see in the world because the year where y'all were just on that run, it was just so many of them following y'all everywhere. And if the game was over, you had like 80 cars following you. It's like, Jesus, what?
True story too.
Yeah.
It was like rockstar stuff. We was like us and the Bulls was 1A, 1B when I was in school.
Yeah, it was.
I tell people that all the time. Like we stay. It was crazy. We couldn't go through the front of the hotel. We had to go to the back of the hotel.
It's crazy.
But you forgot about the Proviso East though, because I'm gonna stay there because this is the beginning, and we can't go past. I'm gonna rewind even more to go back to my grade school. We talked a little bit about Bethel, about Prescott. I used to transfer schools because I wanted to win. I wanted to play with the best dudes. So Proviso East, the only thing I tell you everybody, like, if I don't want a state championship, now my argument for my legacy would have been different. I think now, you know, when we start talking about who your top players ever come from here or who do that, I definitely, my requirements is winning. You need to win. I didn't win a state championship. Lost to St. Joe's, lost to LT. Then my senior year, we take, only game I ever lost in United Center. I went 12-1 in my career in United Center. I lose to New Trier to go downstate. And that's all I remember. I remember these big games that I couldn't get us downstate. I remember losing to Brandon Watkins. I remember, me and B. Watt talk about it all the time. St. Joe's was always loaded, and we couldn't get over that hump.
Right.
All these things go through my head because legacy is all about winning.
Right.
And one thing I end up doing was getting my jersey retired at Proviso East, which was come on, man. You going any gym, man. You got your number hanging up. It meant a lot to me. After telling this story, I ain't even from out there. Right. I had to win over people who, through the feeder program, they had 2 guards. I was like, man, both of them nice, but I need that starting position though. Like, I got to compete for that. I ain't come all the way out here to be like, damn, dude went out there and he can't. No, I'm trying to be great. So I didn't make it downstate. I didn't win the state championship. That kind of haunts me because we were loaded.
It shouldn't.
I'm gonna give you my record though, because I'm taking my 10 wins back from that shit Steve did. I'm 1-on-1-24 in 4 years.
Right.
Every year we lose 4 games. It's a disappointment.
Yes, it is.
And then some of them don't even talk to me, bro.
Yeah.
I had to stay in the crib like I'm being serious. I lived on 5th and Quincy. Only way I went is to get haircuts and I go to the gym or the court to hoop. Other than that, you can't be seen out here, bro. Y'all that weak ass shit y'all just did.
Right.
And they'll talk to you like that. And I felt some type of way.
Try having your grandfather talk to you like that.
Yeah, I already know.
My grandfather would talk to me like that. Like,
so all of the East people understand I'm definitely one of the greats, definitely one of them guys. But one thing I never did was win a state, get us down there, and that was the promise, that was the expectation, that was the goal. If it wasn't, you was a goofy, you was trash, you wasn't nothing there.
But as far as your legacy did East, you ain't got to worry about it. It's solid.
Yeah, but again,
you
winning,
are the all-time leading scorer at Proviso East High School. You're the all-time leader in assists at Proviso East High School. It's been a while since I looked at the stats, but I think you're up there in steals as well.
I'm number 1 in the state in steals. I would help people do their homework. Only how I was able to make some money was defense. Don't look at my points. I can't score the ball. I've been with the best of them. Y'all know that. That bragging shit. I was around some dudes. I was like, man, I thought my shit was wet. This dude don't miss in 3 days. I can't shoot the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? I thought I can pass that thing, man. Dude see shit before it even happen.
Right.
These are when you get to that level, you know what I mean? For me, I get 499, number 1 in steals. I'm number 4 in assists with 827. When you start talking about these numbers, the dude who coached me, Tracy Webster, leads the state with like 950.
Right.
He told me after I graduated, like, hey, you know I'm that dude, right? You need to go look the record or something. He always just give me.
Shout out to Tracy Webster.
He still give me gems to this day, like on how to. But no, bro, like when you start talking about Proviso East, the winning is what matters. So when I gave y'all my records just now, every year we win the 25 games. Yeah. That's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
That was the standard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So for me,
you got to win your conference.
Got to win in your conference. Like, we lost to Willowbrook. I ain't no disrespect to Willowbrook. I'm just trying to give you an example. We too loaded to lose to Willowbrook.
I'm disrespecting
but we too loaded to lose the like. I'm looking at Shannon in the locker room like, yo.
It's like a couple of years ago. I heard we lost to a team lost to Morton. I'm like, what?
Yeah. You remember my score 6 touchdowns on Morton and AJ was in the end zone, and every time I score a touchdown, I dance for him. He'd be hot. He'd be so mad. So shout out Morton, because Morton, he used to be on some gang banging stuff. So every time we played them, it was a hard game, bro.
Cicero.
We'd be scared. We was going there like, bro, we got to win this game and shoot out.
Yeah.
Or they gonna shoot.
Cicero, you got to get out of there.
And we weren't coming that deep. Like, then the fan, like, we come, like, every game, we come in. I ain't making this up, you guys. We probably come 100 strong.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere, I remember nobody talk about the St. Joe's game my senior year. It's probably my highlight of my career. In Argo, we brought 3,000 people. We sold it out. And St. Joe's was loaded. Little Hakeem used to give me work. Shout out Hakeem. And he used to give me work. And we packed that place, bro. Like, we played at Argo.
Okay.
We won a sectional. That was my first sectional.
Right.
And I watch it still. They show my mama on TV. I'm like, man, like we finally beat St. Joe's and got to the joint. And when they show the crowd, bro, we was at least 1,500 deep. I ain't making this number up. When we traveled. We had 5D1 dudes. We pressed your ass the whole game. We played hard, but the standard was, man.
Y'all went to St. Louis and was loaded.
I went crazy in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I went 5-0 on that court. Like I said, I know all my records on all these courts we played on. But think about it, I'm coming from playing on the playground, playing in a big ass heated field house with no air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Like we going to these nice ass places playing against these national teams, and we dubbing them. We played Julian at Northwestern. You know, they was giving Dockery points. He had 50 on us. Beat Julian at Northwestern. Like we was playing some. Y'all set us up to be exactly who we were. And watch these three amigos, me, Charles, and Shannon, 3 Big Ten guards. When I go to Illinois, y'all set me up to be like, I can play with
Right. Darren Williams and
easy
Luther.
money.
Yeah, it was a natural transition for you.
Because I used to playing with killers.
Yeah.
So that started all of it, man. But like, I honestly would say that, and this story came out just recently because one of the Michigan State assistants got a head job, right? I ain't gonna say his name. You know, I'm gonna keep him. He my man. I didn't commit to Michigan State. So at Moody Bible, I draw 40. They pulled me in the room. They knew I was going to Michigan State. You was gonna take me to Michigan State that following weekend. And they said, man, D, what we doing, bro? And you like what we doing? Like you all these people, like, you need to commit now. I looked at my mama. I said, I committed. I don't know what was in me. I just committed.
Yeah.
I called the coach immediately when I got home out of respect, because I gotta do it.
Definitely.
I said, is it cool I still come down next weekend to hoop? He's like, hell no, you can't come down next week to hoop. I was like, I want all the smoke. They still hold that to you to this day, bro, because me and Shannon McDonald's.
Not only that,
we McDonald's.
Pretty much every time you play Michigan State, you lit
Work.
your ass up. So
Work.
they might hold that.
No,
to you.
work.
Yeah.
Work. Yeah. I did it because of that moment.
I still can hear Bill Packer.
Oh, getting work.
The announcer, Billy Packer, I think his name is. He announcing your game against Michigan. We had to go up to East Lansing.
Yeah.
And he's like, the little engine, he can go. And you just hit 3 after 3, and it's like.
But they don't know that that's the storyline behind it. If I'd have got on campus at Michigan State, I'd have committed to Michigan State. It was that deep. I wanted to go there so bad. Because they just won a natty the year before.
Right.
They forgot, but I wanted to beat Mateen Cleaves. He was number 12. Yep.
Yeah.
So when I got to Illinois, Charlie Bell was the winningest player in the Big Ten history with 115. I knew that. I'm like, okay. So every time we play Michigan State, they beat me once, but every time we played, I'm going to get them work.
Right.
I want to be the winningest player in the Big Ten history.
Right.
I won 114 games. Lost in the Natty, and I lost 2 home games in my career.
Right.
I do all the math because if you're not winning, you can't argue and say you one of them guys to me.
Exactly.
Because your numbers didn't, what you was doing didn't impact winning to me.
Right.
Like everybody, I know that's nice. They go, you go look at their records. They won. They got, only thing we didn't do, we didn't win state at Proviso East, which I get it. But every year we won 25, 26 games. We won the West Suburban Gold, which you're supposed to do that. But at least we doing what we supposed to do.
Exactly.
Most of us ain't doing what they supposed to do.
No.
Like you win your league every year.
No.
Show me. And said you that nice. Show me you won your league every year. You was first team all conference every year.
And biggest thing, I think you were undefeated against Proviso West.
Definitely not losing to them.
Yeah.
Definitely not losing to Missouri. Every rivalry game I never lost because I'm like, I gotta see these dudes.
Except St. Joe.
Yeah, no, they gave me work. I'm glad they closed. Go piss in their school.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Coach Picator.
Love him. Because I supposed to went there too.
Yeah. Yes.
Forgot. Didn't give me a scholarly either. I'm emotional about that too. I'm better than all them dudes over there.
Thomas.
I'm better than all them dudes over there, man. That's why you talk to them. And I was they used to coaching to do way worse than me too on the Arthur Agee is like one of my heroes too. You know, William Gay. I used to watch Hoop Dreams. Like we want to go there.
Right.
So I got to take a train out there and pay. Come on, man. My mama make $3 a month, man. What y'all talking about, man?
And while we bring up your mom, R.I.P. to her.
Yeah, she was awesome.
True
stories too.
When you're coaching these kids, sometimes you run into parents that we call basketball parents, where they don't see reality when it comes to their kid. They want to know, why my kid not playing? Because your kid sucks. That's why your kid's not, especially Proviso East. But
not good enough. He don't suck. He wasn't good enough.
Stop it.
You're just being harsh right now. Just wasn't good enough. I mean, like we keep it in a buck, but damn, he sucks.
But your mom, Mama Brown, was the best. She was like, she totally gave us, confidence. Like, hey, y'all coach him. I ain't gonna say nothing. She pretty much put you in our hands and was like, hey, y'all got him. I don't think not once did she ever complain. But D not getting enough shots and D not playing enough, and that never did that. She was the absolute treasure.
Cheer for everybody else too.
Yes, everybody else.
Only thing she ain't let mama do is come to the crib.
Yeah.
Can't come in the crib. We ain't got, first of all, we ain't got enough food in this joint, first off. But she just didn't let people see how we lived. You know what I'm saying? And trust people within your living spaces, which taught me a lot because it's a fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that comes back to you. Even our relationship. It's like all the kids I've coached, it's very rarely, even though I consider all the players I've coached to be my little brothers. It was very rare that I'm gonna share and say, "Hey, that's family right there."
Yeah.
Come around my family.
Yeah.
I think you were always around with my family.
Always.
Still family. I think Shannon's been there a couple of times. Steve, maybe once or twice, but very rarely did I have people at my, just didn't do that. It's like, yeah, we brothers bound under the label of pirates. We always had that connection, but to be family, be around my family, different.
Yeah, and what's so crazy is I don't get spoke about enough is, man, bro, I thought I was good at what I did, but I played with 4 first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
I thought almost better than me. You know I ain't making this up.
Even though I consider all the players I've coached to be my little brothers, it was very rare that I'm gonna share and say, "Hey, that's family right there."
Yeah.
Come around my family.
Yeah.
I think you were always around with my family.
Always.
Still family. I think Shannon's been there a couple of times. Steve, maybe once or twice, but very rarely did I have people at my, just didn't do that. It's like, yeah, we brothers bound under the label of pirates. We always had that connection, but to be family, be around my family, different.
Yeah, and what's so crazy is I don't get spoke about enough is, man, bro, I thought I was good at what I did, but I played with 4 first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
I thought almost better than me. You know I ain't making this up.
Right.
But here I stand, and everything I've done and put my imprint on the game is like, man, I wanted to play with the best, man. I hate when people act like you don't want to. I never wanted to be the best player on my team. I wanted to be on the best team, and you know that about me. When I went to Broadview and picked on the team, I'd be like, let me get Buddy, Buddy. I ain't picking Fufu.
Right.
We got to stay on the court, bro. It's 30 dudes waiting on the we got to win.
Right.
I never understood why people don't understand that. So the winning on top of my numbers make me like, it's just different. It's levels, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good players, you know what I'm saying, that came after me that's doing their thing. But I just wanted to shine light on my story in the beginning of this 13-year-old, dude I'm literally 13 playing varsity and throwing out in the fire. But where I come from in Chicago, I've been playing with dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I want to give them flowers.
There was never any fear.
Of anybody, though.
I mean, I remember your freshman year, Proviso West tournament.
Oh, that was crazy. I had the game win against New Trier. And they ended up beating me my senior, but I know this, man. I'm like KG. I like a couple guys. And then I also wanted to stop this and really, I told you I was going to give my flowers to Michael Finley. Michael Finley, first dude, black. I mean, he black as hell. Black. I mean, he used to be Jordan from head to toe. Right. Pull up in the Bentley, take care of the whole hood.
Fresh Jordan outfit.
I mean, just look like Jesus, like Black Jesus, right? It was Jordan and it was Mike Finley for us. And every time he pulled up, man, he showed me love and he put me in places that I never thought I'd be. So I definitely want to shout out Mike Finley.
Yes.
Because again, all these, I'm a real street dude. And dude pull up in the Benz and he a street dude. That's cool. Right. Finley pull up in the 2-seat Bentley and first dude I saw sign a $107 million contract. Throw a summer camp every summer and take care of the whole hood. Yeah. Pull us to the side, tell us what, that's love, man. He ain't got to do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
So crazy is before Mike, Doc Rivers used to give gear to the school.
That's what's up.
We was with Reebok. And then, Mike was like, nah, we got to come out to Reeboks.
Yeah, he got to get them Jordan. He first dude to have Jordan gear on too, though. Like, man, Jordan's still relevant, still had to get, but he used to wear exclusives.
Oh, yeah.
Like, shit, I ain't never seen before. I'm like, man, you know what I mean? We was rocking Jordan gear for real. We was getting Jordan sent to us. Like, me and Shannon was like dudes used to try to, rob us and everything. Because we used to have, I'm getting 10 Jordans. I'm making this up. I have 10 Jordans a month. I got every Jordan outfit, Velvet Suede. I got the hat, the beanie, the do-rag. My folks, they was on that with us. They was trying to, But we was so, protective because we hooped. We was real hoopers. Shannon, everybody knows Shannon background. If you don't know him, you gotta look him up. Dad was 5'0", so he in the crib. Right. Little brother coming right behind him. You know what I'm saying? So I got exposed to a lot of good people in Maywood, man. A lot of people who changed my life, and they know everything that we gonna be talking about as far as with just the basketball and what it allows us to do. It's been awesome. It's been an awesome experience of just talking about it because a lot of stuff I forgot. I forget stuff too all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Them Oak Park summer tournaments we used to have over there in that field house. A lot of hooping, man. If it weren't for hooping, a lot of us wouldn't even made it.
No,
it was that ugly.
It definitely. John Moore.
Oh man.
One of the things is, so talented. John can get up out the bed
And just hoop. Yep. Agreed.
Just natural.
Agreed.
But I do know being around the team was structure for him. You know, you come across so many kids that, you know, when you think about their home lives and things that going in, lives they trying to live in the street, when they're around that team,
changes.
It's family, it's structure. And that's a responsibility that I know I took on. Looking at, like I say, having the players, y'all like my little brothers. It's like, I was blessed. I had a family that was very loving, very, comforting, and, some things that kids had to go through, I didn't have to go through. And so I looked at taking that same experience and that wisdom and that guidance and saying, okay, hey, look, you ain't got to live like this. Live like this.
Off the hooping side, too.
Yeah.
Never had a problem academically, too, either.
Oh, no, you're amazing.
But that's part of the lifestyle.
Yes.
So, like, I wish I was trying to find it earlier. We used to get report cards. Used to be like pink. Remember the pink report cards?
Right.
And I used to be like, man, if I got a C+ on there, I'm hot.
Yeah.
I get A's and B's. So when dudes start talking like crazy, I'm like, if I don't got all my ducks in the order, bro, at 5'11", $140, what school I'm gonna go to?
It was a situation. AJ used to tell the players all the time, you can't focus on the court if you
got no schoolwork
off the court.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because you're sitting there worried about it. I'm gonna be eligible.
No doubt.
You can't hoop like that.
No doubt. So shout out all the coaches that came through the building too. We used to in Proviso, we used to have Bob Huggins, Buddy at Temple, man. The brother passed away.
John Chaney.
Chaney. Man. They used to pull up on us, bro. Like Coach Izzo just pop up and pull up on Fifth Avenue. Like the recruitment game for me motivated me to want to hoop even more because I didn't know my first offer was Maine. I'm like, Maine? I gotta go to Maine?
You know when it's so crazy when it comes to your football? We knew it was serious about you in football when Florida State started sending you letters.
Yeah, I was with it. I was like, ooh.
We were like, oh, Lord. Okay.
Ooh.
I guess he gonna keep playing.
I didn't even think I was that nice, but to get that, I swear to God, it pumped me up to a whole nother level because I was like.
And that's when Florida State was Florida State.
And then Nebraska, they had Eric Couch. They was running the option. Again, when I show my highlights, people understand, like, I wanted to be Antoine Randall, right? They going to slot receiver me. Like, you wasn't just like.
Right.
Like that's why I like Iverson. Iverson was a complete athlete. He was better in football, he say.
Yeah.
I wasn't better in football. I was good at football, but at NFL and all that, like, you got to pick one.
No, D, I know exactly what will happen. We went on a recruiting visit to Illinois, went to a football game, and you saw somebody get hit.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, I ain't about that life.
I thought dude was trying to, They had a beef. I already dude ass. But you remember Bill Self came to hit a game, and I got a concussion. And my mama didn't even know I was playing football. Only how she knew I was playing football because it came on the paper. I had 5 touchdowns. Boy, I was 17 years old, so my mom beat my ass. You know, my mom, boy, beat my ass when she
did not play.
Pop, gave me a 2-piece.
Did not play.
So I only played 7 games my senior year instead of the 9 because she said you got to stop. You going to Illinois, right? Like that's a scholarship. So I stopped playing. Snuck played the next game. Snuck played it. You know what I'm saying? I got all this footage now. Through the winning touchdown. See, my receiver at the time was Love's son. Can't think of his name. Terry. Went to Michigan State, right?
Yeah.
Like I played with dudes who was like elite, and I'm at Proviso East, man. Like I'm in the field house. I'm in the, what they call a trap or the hood. Like we had a lot of talented young men that I was able to play with, and I had to lead them because it was the position I was in. We in the huddle. Hey D, man, throw me the ball, bro. I'm trying to eat too. All right. Buddy trying to go to Michigan State. That's where we end up going to. Like, throw me the ball, bro. I'm like, I got you. Have it may go. I got to make sure that, So I play with some really talented dudes on the football side and the basketball side. Then when the spring came, I was dookie in baseball. Get your ass out there and do that too. Because if you ain't out there doing that, what you going to be doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So athletics and just being able to be around sports, man, put me in a different, whole different space and allowed me to do what I do. So a lot of these stories, like I said, I'm going to finish. I got a couple questions I'm going to ask you. It's going to be tricked because a lot of people don't know the greatness that come out of that, out of the area. So for me, give me your top 5.
Out of Illinois?
No, out of
Proviso East?
Out of Proviso East. Give me your top 5. Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Top 5. I got some questions. I've been plotting on you.
I got to go Doc. Doc's.
I mean, when you walk, be nice though.
Yeah.
But I be needing like what's the...
Let me tell you something.
What's the winning behind it, too,
There's
though?
a player that they talk about. It's like one of those what ifs.
Ricky
Wilson.
I heard of him.
They say and I never got a chance to see him play.
Yeah.
But all they used to talk about with him, this dude could come to the game high and drop 30.
Yeah, but another dude that they used to talk to me about, like when I used to get scored, they used to talk about Kenny a lot. They like,
Oh,
man, you
Kenny.
ain't better than Davis. But I'd be like, who? Like, give me some footage. Like at the time we had
Kenny,
VHS, we ain't had no film. But when I
Kenny
did my
about-
home,
Kenny
he
what,
was
about
cold.
5'10"?
He's come to the game, like look at me too. Like I'd be like, yeah, he nice.
Kenny
He
about
like,
5'10", and he just thick.
Yeah,
Jumps out the gym.
yeah, crazy midi. I could. He was a good player.
3-ball.
Good player.
Yeah.
Who the backcourt before I got there was Everett Stubblefield and
And Reggie.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Reggie was good too.
Oh, yeah, Reggie Davis.
I used to hate playing him when he was a little older though, because I had to play him at the park, and he'll give me buckets, but it'd be like old buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like he give me the old man buckets. I used to be like, man, he used to look at me like, you ain't that nice, short. I'm like, I'm 15, bro. I don't know how old you is, but
Right,
I'm 15, bro. You acting like I'm just like he was nice. He had a slow game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Reggie.
But they can never deny those runs too. Shout out Marlon London, Lil Cool to all them guys. When I used to go hoop on the park with them dudes used to get at me, and they knew that like sparring sessions was good. We come back to school, they be like, I was busting D ass yesterday. I be like, y'all don't quite get what y'all on there.
Right.
That's gonna happen, bro. In this game, you gonna run against some dudes who can hoop too. He gonna give you some work. So now when I'm actually when the money on the line, we actually playing for something. Bro, I've been training for this all summer. I've been going against dudes like this all year. So those dudes knew I never, like one thing I never did, Chahid, I never ducked anything. I'm scared of nothing. Like let's on some hooping.
When we talk
on,
about
bro.
the hate sometimes.
Come on, bro.
I'm not gonna mention the name of the player that said this.
Yeah.
But you played with him.
Yeah.
And I think it was the day you were in some pickup gym. And I think that's when you bit your tongue or something like that. You failed. And dude was like, you know how somebody good in high school, but they ain't gonna be nothing in college? That's gonna be D. And I look back and turn like, what? What you say? And it's somebody that would be dapping you up, smiling in your face.
Always happen like that.
I'll tell you off camera who it was.
Yeah. First dude too. This is gonna be a cold story because my brother gonna tell it one day. First dude bring LeBron to the hood. We was having runs in St. Joe's. Yeah. I used to talk crazy like, Shannon the best player in this class and what the band. Bron came into town. Yeah. Pulled up on us. I said, hey, I told my brother, I said, man, I think the best player in the world about to show up. He was like, my brother was still good. I thought my brother was a better player than I was. We had a lot of hoopers in the gym. B. Wide, Marlon, all them guys will tell you. Chauncey, all these dudes that was in the gym. Bron pull up. Got ugly for a lot of people in that gym that day. I ain't gonna lie to you. My brother left that with that experience of I just saw the best player ever play in life. That's what he said when after the run.
Was there?
No, LeBron was like young LeBron. LeBron was dunking at
my. You said best player ever.
Man, LeBron was in there jumping from the free throw line. Man, I'm talking about doing Euro. I'm not. I thought Shannon jumped from the free throw line too. Everybody forget he got bounced.
You know he got robbed. That's dunk contest.
No,
at McDonald's. Yeah, he did. Shannon won that.
Okay, I get it. Well, I'm trying to tell you this though. LeBron pull up to St. Joe's and run with us. The next day, he get an AAU tournament. I show up. Me and LeBron get a good relationship. LeBron show up to the tournament and break his wrist. Because I'm on the side talking greasy. Like, you ain't that. Dude, he never ducked no smoke either, bro. No. And that's why I became a big LeBron fan. Because after that day, my brother always say this to this day, LeBron, we had this argument. I'm going to ask you who the greatest player of all time. But,
that's not an argument.
I've seen LeBron since he was young. So we're going to talk about, the argument. You couldn't even name 5 of our East dudes. But it's going to be that easy to name the greatest of all time.
I already know. Yeah, that's easy. I can run all them stats.
So who the greatest player of all time?
Come on, man. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And I always say all 3 names. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Do you realize? I mean,
LeBron ain't close.
Let me see.
Yes or no? LeBron ain't close?
No, he's not in. I'm sorry.
Tell me why he ain't close.
If it's a room,
tell me why
LeBron is like out the door, down the stairs.
But tell me why though. I want to hear your why though.
I've never, you got to understand something. When you have a player that in 1 year, with Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, dunk contest, leads the league in scoring in 1 year, that's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. People talk about LeBron and how people don't understand. During Michael Jordan's 87, 88 year.
He went crazy. I was 3. I don't remember. But I looked at he won everything. But the title.
They had him running the point guard.
Yeah.
Like the last 10 games of the season, he averaged a triple-double. Like people don't understand. Mike did what he did because he's a killer. He scored because he's a killer. But he could pass the ball. He could do all these things. He did what was necessary because Mike understood my job is to do one thing, win.
Okay.
And I'm going to do whatever if I got to murder everybody in this room, I'm going to win.
What's going to happen is when LeBron is done, we're going to sit back and look at his greatness. Because a lot of people don't like, I never argue LeBron around people because they hate that dude that much, bro.
And it's not hate.
No.
Totally respect what he does.
You should hear what they say about this man, bro.
Oh, I don't,
And that bother me, though.
But here's the thing. Somebody was sitting there talking about, oh my God, he's 36 years old and he doing da-da-da-da. Do you know what Michael Jordan doing when he was 36?
Man.
He's winning championships.
Hey, man.
It's like, you can't compare the two. It's like even the scoring, him having the scoring record. This nigga, basically came out of high school.
That's how you see the emotion. Yeah. This the emotion I get out of people. We have this argument, man.
He played straight out of high school.
Hey, man, I'm just telling you, man.
So he got 3 years on Mike.
This argument is crazy, man.
You should have like all the records he get. You should have them. You've been playing forever. Eventually, you're gonna get all these records.
But you see the energy you provide when we start talking about Bron. All right, man.
I don't think he's better than Kobe.
So it's how we gonna do it really on the side of the argument is I will always say this, like when I hear the slander that people give LeBron, I know I wasn't a good basketball player. I know I wasn't very good. The career I had could have been better because when you start talking this about basketball in general, and you ask somebody their top 5, their top 10, everybody gonna have their opinion, and that's why I love the game, and that's why I say being a real hooper, man, is someone that's invested in the game, that love the game, that argue the game. This is what we do. I wake up, I eat, breathe, sleep, basketball, and I've been this way all my life. As you see, me starting at out West Chicago to going to Proviso East. It's going to University of Illinois. Some of the things that we have in the footage is definitely. I thought I was one of the better trash talkers there was. For me to go to the McDonald's game and everybody say what you are, I befriend everybody. I love everybody. Right. For them to give me the sportsmanship award for being a burger boy, one of the first burger boys coming from my neighborhood. Then to go and say, oh man, D ain't a point guard. D don't know how to play I've always played with really good players, really good point guards. For me to win the Coolsey Award of best point guard in the country. It just says a lot about my upbringing, all the people around me who made me a real hooper, made me a basketball player. And as I keep going on this journey, man, we're going to talk some real hoop stories where we got them. And they're official, they're authentic. And I appreciate you today again because, if without you, I wouldn't have went to Proviso East. And I definitely want to give you your flowers for being a big bro with me and all of our guys, man. Like, you didn't just treat me like that. You treated everybody like that. And I went to Proviso East for a purpose. And that purpose was to become who I am today. And so I appreciate you. And, this been fun besides the debate about LeBron and Jordan.
Man,
but
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But that's what, when we start talking and people start, listening, like we definitely going to have way deeper debates because a lot of people who still hooping feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is that, or Kobe is that, LeBron is that. We start naming these players, but we can sit around and talk hooping all day because that's all we do. That's what we're about. So appreciate you today again, man. And we gonna keep this going on the real hooper side, man. Last question. I got one more. We gonna leave it at that.
Yes, Jordan's still the greatest. I'm sorry.
Jordan the guy. So what was your thoughts on, like, I know you've been to a lot of our Illinois games. You was part of a lot of those. You used to sleep on sit on the bleachers. They had bleachers.
Right down.
I used to have a whole out west sitting on the bleachers. Now they got the whole arena, done up and all that. What was your fondest memory of that run or what we was doing at Illinois? Because you used to travel down 2 hours with the people and travel back. And again, I only lost 2 home games, so people don't know. We didn't lose in that place very much. Then on the road, again, I only lost 23 games in college. You know what I'm saying? So wasn't no loser.
No.
And what was one of your fondest memories about that?
Being down there, I can tell you exactly the finest moment was when y'all played Wake Forest.
Ooh.
Chris Paul.
Ooh, that was crazy.
And y'all blew him out the building.
That was crazy. We didn't even sleep that night.
I can still see you make a layup and you fail.
And I stepped there for a minute.
And you sat there and just kept nodding and shaking. I was like,
tweaking.
Oh.
Because we say we was gonna beat gonna beat them that bad, and we beat them that bad.
Because everybody was like, "Oh, Wake Forest,
I was gonna smash us." They were loaded.
And then after that game, they ranked y'all number 1.
Yeah, they were loaded.
After that game, yeah.
But the week before though, I don't know if you came when we played Gonzaga at the Fieldhouse, and we beat them by like 40.
Probably did.
Yeah, they had.
If it was during the week,
they had Adam Morrison. They had Ronnie Terry. They was like They was top 20, but we played Wake the next week, so we didn't overlook them. But man, we beat them so bad. But that Wake Forest game was one of the better games I ever experienced, bro. Like
It was like
That's the
bananas.
second time in my career they changed the time of that game too. They changed it from like a 6:30 to an 8 p.m. game, like a prime time. So that pushes everything back.
Right.
The TV, you know, TV.
Preparation,
Dick Vitale wanted to do the game. You know what I'm saying? So they got to change it. So that was a crazy game because people don't get to do with his flowers. I think Chris Paul is definitely a top 10 point guard of all time. Every time I played him, he told me a story recently. I forgot that too. Before I played him right there, I beat him before twice. But the one time he had like 40 on us. He told he's gonna give us 40. Like when he said he gonna do something, like when he said his granddad died, I'm gonna score to 60. He had 60. But he told me, he said, next time I see you, bro, I'm gonna give you 30. you know me. Next time he saw me, gave me 30. So when he was coming into the Assembly Hall, we was arguing that night who gonna guard him. You know what I'm saying? Because but for me, I'm like, who want to? Like, okay, y'all, he a little smaller. Lou, you take him. I thought Lou was our better defender.
Right.
Man, Chris Paul was something special, bro. So when he came in, we was up like 38.
Yes.
He was hot. Like he hate losing. Hot. And he getting smacked. So that game right there for us, and then made us number one in the country, was like people don't even know the excitement that building had at that time. And I had the whole fam, my mom, my brothers, you. Like everybody from out west was sitting on the, sitting right courtside every game. And I thought that was that was crazy. that 2 hours wasn't nothing when you won, you know what I'm saying? Y'all rode through blizzards and everything.
I could get down there in an hour and a half.
Nah, no, you crazy driver, bro. That's what I say. So no, man, but I
just gotta know where the speed traps are.
No, they're gonna pull you over. They're gonna pull you over. But no, it's been awesome, man. Like I said, for the beginning and for me to talk about, my first ever big decision was picking to go to Proviso Weiss, and that changed everything in my career because at that time it was the only place I thought I was gonna go and make an impact, especially as a freshman. And then it just skyrocketed from there. So that opportunity, man, it came from you. It came from you, believing in me, and I really appreciate that. And like I said, you've been on this journey with me, man, and you know the career and these stories and these, what we doing as far as with our podcast and the Real Hooper thing is gonna be strictly built on telling my story and the people that was part of my story. You know what I mean? So again, it's been a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? Or besides that, that GOAT talk. But until next time, man, we really appreciate y'all stopping through.
Most definitely.